Do you have any advice for people who are just starting out that career? Like how to identify those people who will be mentors for you, who will sponsor you throughout your career?
You know, I,
How do you identify them?
yeah, that's a really good question. So I will tell you, you don't always choose your mentors or your sponsors. Sometimes they choose you, right? And the best advice that I would like to give is start out by being yourself, right? Start out really by um, working hard, having clarity of purpose, and really working trying to deliver the best professional you can deliver. That authenticity, I think, will go a long way with attracting people that will want to be your mentor, that will want to champion you, right? We all want to align ourselves and help support people that we know are driven, that we know that are committed and dedicated and doing good work. That, that's that's just human nature, right? That's what we want. If you're doing those things in yourself, then there are some of those mentors or sponsors that'll become available. The other thing, that I think that's table stakes. The next thing I would say is don't be hesitant to ask questions or to seek someone's advice. That doesn't always mean that you have to formally ask someone to be your mentor. It could mean that you're simply asking their guidance. You're simply asking their input. You want them to help you solve an issue. Because remember, not all people have knowledge in all areas, right? You are a multifaceted human being. And as multifaceted human beings, we need different experts that come in different places. Let's take it out of the professional area for a second and let's talk about home. So if we're at home and let's say you're in your first flat and you're in your apartment and you're living there for the very first time and you just moved away from your parents or the home that you came up in, there's probably one family member you're going to call to ask their advice on how to cook dinner that first night, right? Maybe your father's the cook in the house, and so you're going to call him and say, "Dad, how do I make that vegetable medley that you used to always make? I can't figure it out. I burned the pot. What do I do?" And you're going to call someone else about the pipe that burst underneath your sink. And then you may have yet a third person that you call if you have a little garden out in the back that you call. The same thing is true in your professional life, right? There's not one kind of guru that knows every aspect of your professional life. You have different people that you tug on for different parts. And so instead of trying to identify a singular mentor that's going to help you with all things in your career, identify people that help you with different aspects of your career that you know that you can go to. Here's what I like to call I like to call them my board of directors, my personal board of directors. These are individuals that I look at and say, okay, Will, what am I trying to get to? What's on the horizon for Will? And I map out those things, and then I say, well, who do I know that may be experts in these areas or can give me guidance, or who do I know that knows someone that can help me achieve these things or give me guidance or advice on those things. And then I ask, what's the worst thing someone's going to say? Sorry, I don't have time. Usually they don't, but they could. But that's still, what is it? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Um, like I think it's worth asking the question, and I form my personal board of directors to really kind of help me do that.